Hey everyone, it's Renee and welcome back from Thanksgiving. And if you're like me, you feasted and you wined and dined and now it's time to pay the piper, as you may have seen this morning. But I have a great way to help you feast on Thanksgiving again, only lighten it up. And yes, I'm here to help you make healthy choices along the way of life, and today we are reusing some Thanksgiving leftovers. So we had some Thanksgiving turkey left over and I'm going to make it in a beautiful salad. But the cranberries, you gotta have cranberries on Thanksgiving. You end up with a lot of cranberries and then you're like, okay, Thanksgiving's over, I could do without the cranberries. Don't throw them away. You know me, not gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do is make a dressing for the fridge and it will last for a long time. Now, I have the cranberries which have been cooked and added with some, whatever you do with them, you know, like I didn't make these, they're good. So some people use sugar, orange, whatever. Got the cranberries? You add about equal parts of oil. Now I used an almond oil, you could use an avocado oil. I prefer a lighter oil versus an olive oil, but whatever you have is good. So equal parts of oil, and I tossed in part of a shallot and then some salt and pepper. And you know I'm a big fan of the mason jar, but this time I actually put it in my little NutriBullet thing. Isn't this like the most gorgeous color you have ever seen? You often get this from beets, but no cranberries. And that's it. And it looks kind of gloppy. You have to store it in the fridge because of the cranberries, so you might want to heat it up again when you use it, but it is divine. And you put it on this leftover turkey salad with some apple, whatever kind of greens you have. And I am going to toss in some feta, because what is cranberries without feta? And a bunch of heart-healthy walnuts. So now that is done, but the other one that is super fun, and you may have done this before, I don't know, is leftover stuffing. Now, and you're thinking, what is leftover stuffing? We eat it all. It kind of looks gloppy, bloppy. What I have done is put it in the bottom of a pan and used it as a crust for quiche or egg bake, whichever you call it. And I'm just gonna press it down here like this until I just have just enough on the bottom of a little pan for the quiche. And then what you do is add the egg bake recipe that you would normally prefer. I use eggs, a little bit of milk, and some cheese, and maybe some sort of leftover meat, and I'll toss it in there, or sauteed vegetables, or whatever you have. But that extra flavor just amps it up, and it is so, so rich. And yet, there's really not a lot of extra in there. It's just a lot of extra flavoring. So it's a way to amplify what you're already doing without throwing things away. So you have a couple days to get this down before you gotta toss it. And maybe you didn't host or you don't have leftovers. That's a bummer. I don't often cook turkey, so I don't often get to have this yummy salad. But I'm telling you, if you have extra cranberries, this is what you can do. They still sell cranberries for a couple months, so I'm telling you, get on it. Now there's the leftover mashed potatoes. I don't really know what to do with those. I don't know. Got a little garlic salt in them. So, if you're looking to get back on the wagon with me, I have a group starting up on Monday. If you have any good ideas for the mashed potatoes,